Some days I feel like crying. Don't matter if it's rain or shine. Feel like my heart was broken at least 1,000,000 times. Some days I'll wake up dreaming. It feels like I never even awoke. I answer life's big questions as if it's one big joke. Yeah, and maybe it's too soon to be sure, but I really do believe that someday we're gonna have it all. So I try hard to keep the rhythm of a train rolling right along. When the ride gets rough, you got to carry on. Carry on. Well, some days I feel like singing. I'll sit back and just groove the day away. Maybe pick up a guitar and play what I want to play. Oh, and maybe it's too soon to be sure, but I really do believe that someday we're gonna have it all. And so I'll try hard to keep the rhythm of a train. We're rolling right along. When the ride gets rough, you got to carry on. Carry on. Today I feel like laughing. Seems to be no reason at all. And if the world stops spinning, you know I'm not afraid to fall. No, and maybe it's too soon to be sure, but I really do believe that someday we're gonna have it all. So I'll try hard to keep the rhythm of a train. We're rolling right along. When the ride gets rough, you got to carry on. Carry on. Carry on. You got to carry on. Hi, my name's Gravity Groove, and we are carrying on here at Not Safe for Work Magic. In this format, we are just kind of spite playing it now. It has not been a good time, but 8 or probably closer to 10 drafts in, we've gotten our first 7-win run with a white-black deck. Let's see if we can find a picture here. Add a new source image. And that's in our screenshots. And there you go. This image you're seeing right now is our one and only 7-win run in Quick Draft out of, like, I think we've recorded 8 and probably played like closer to 13 or 14, which is insane because in Kaldheim I think my very first attempt like on record was 7 wins, and I had lots of 7-win runs in Kaldheim. The crazier thing is the deck that we had to get that 7 wins. I also took a screenshot of that, so you can have a quick look here. You'll note there are 2 mythics, both of which are insane. There's also let me get a bigger image to look at myself here. Yeah, the two mythics are the mythic Silverquill Dragon, which I didn't know how to use the first time it came down. I thought you could pick one player or the other. Turns out you have to pick both or none. We also got what's our other mythic? Mila, which is a fine mythic, not an exceptionally powerful one, but played early generates a pretty tremendous amount of advantage for you. And then we also got Dramatic Finale, and I think we had one other. Oh yeah, we have Swords to Plowshare as well. So basically our deck had to be completely fucking insane for us to get 7 wins. And that was solely on the back of just broken rares, really. Most of the games were won by Shadequill or Dramatic Finale. Occasionally, I think maybe one victory we had just, a good clock and good removal. Note here that we do have 4 Guiding Voices, which was completely bonkers with what our deck is doing here. We had multiple spots where we had a dueling coach who could plus for 3 triggers, and our team was just getting so big that our opponent just had to keep passing while we grew until they couldn't overcome us. And this was a great deck. This was a lot of fun, and we got a good mix of removal and good curve creatures. You'll note that we have an Expel, a Swords to Plowshare, a Mage Hunter's Onslaught, a Closing Statement, Necrotic Fumes. These are absolutely fucking pivotal. And in the drafts where you get offered maybe 2 pieces of interaction, it's just so hard to manage the matchups because the threats are so fucking threatening, like so dangerous, so big, or they're rare mythic nuttiness, and you have to answer them. If you can't, well, prepare to eat shit. So we've proven that it can be done, at least in theory. It'll probably never happen again, and we just rare drafted this one, which was the funnier part of it. I haven't been strictly rare drafting, which I really should, because that's the guaranteed way to get value out of quick draft, even if you're under a 50% win rate. If you're taking all the rares and mythics and they're ones you need, you're getting the gem value out of your thing, and if you win games, that's just a bonus. So we're going to try to play a little closer to that. We do have quite a bit of the rares of the sets now, though, so we can't really take everything. We don't really need to take everything. Devastating Mastery. You may pay 2 and 2 white rather than paying the spell's mana. 2 and 2 white was paid, and opponent chooses up to 2 non-land permanents they control and returns them to their owner's hand. So this has got to be cast for 6. Destroy everything. Interesting. Probably not good, and probably not playable, but it is the rare, so we're going to take it. I don't have Devastating Mastery, I'm pretty sure, so. Maelstrom Muse is very powerful and a pretty good card to go into here. There's nothing else that's super, super broken, but Fractal Summoning and Lash of Malice both very good. Reduced to Memory seems just okay. I don't think anything really compares to the Maelstrom Muse. This pack does have a lot of potential for the Silverquill strategy. If we were to take a Lash of Malice, and we were to get Humiliate or Reduce or Exhilarate, or there's a lot of stuff we could get back. It's got to be Lash or Muse, and it's really just a complete crapshoot. Which of these ends up being the right choice? I think Muse is more powerful overall, but Lash has, I think, more conditions where it's useful because there's so many 2-power creatures that you want to be able to kill the second they come down, like Blood Researcher or Quandrix Pledge Mage. But again, we're not married to our first couple picks. Oftentimes, you just can't pursue your first couple picks. Baleful Mastery is pretty nuts, and definitely makes me regret not taking that Lash. Combat Professor also pretty insane here. Interesting. Environmental Science is probably the pick here. We could definitely take another rare, but we're leaving ourselves like nowhere to go. And this is a pack full of good stuff, but I highly value the first Environmental Sciences. I believe that's just really, really important. Pilgrim of the Ages is pretty tremendous. Needlethorn Drake is fine, but Pilgrim of the Ages is very, very good. We could potentially get like a Revitalize or a Hunt, or we could potentially get something back out of this pack. Serpentine Curve also fine. We did have a lot of success with our white-black deck, although we were very, very powered by mythics and things. So I'm a little more inclined to go in that direction. We do currently have 2 playable rares, although Devastating Mastery is a little antithetical with this strategy. Fortifying Drought, pretty good. Leech, pretty good. Lorehold Pledge Mage, pretty good. Second Environmental Sciences, not as big a deal, especially now that we have Pilgrim and Environmental Sciences. This has got to be Leech or Pledge Mage here, right? Pledge Mage, better with red in general because they have a lot more tricks that punish blocking. Leech, just a solid 2-drop that I'm usually not disappointed by its performance. A little more upside with Lorehold Pledge Mage. I guess we'll try Pledge Mage. Almost certainly not playing these colors. Expanded Anatomy is definitely a kind of lesson that we want in this deck. Expanded Anatomies, Guideds, and Study Breaks are your bread and butter for this strategy. Another Leech came back around. That's pretty great. It would be Leech or Introduction to Prophecy. I think Leech is more important here. Spectre of the Fens is a great pickup, and oftentimes a good way to be able to finish out a game once you've done some chip damage. So Humiliate came back. I think Humiliate is probably the pick here. Strictly better than Duress, and you often don't get a chance to go that wide in this archetype for Elocution to be really broken. Study Break is pretty good. It's not as good as Guide, but it's good enough. We have not established if we would like to splash a color yet. Normally that splash color would be green. Leyline Invocation is pretty punchy. We're going to put this in the maybe pile. Luminancer kicked my ass in one game that I recorded. Like, their deck was just absolutely perfect for it, and they beat the shit out of me. But I don't think we have the build for that. I think Unwilling Ingredient is maybe fine. Might be better than Crushing. There are a lot of good 4-drops in this color combination, so you probably don't usually have room for Crushing. We generally don't want to play Ingredient either. We'll take it though. Might not play it. Show of Confidence is really, really hard to use. Just requires too many things to kind of stack up in the right way in your hand. So I'm going to go with Professor's Warning. I'd usually play one of those in most cases. Lightning Helix is maybe a pull to try to splash red. Lash of Malice in this pack, as well as Combat Professor and Draconic Intervention. This is double red, so it's not splashable. I believe we also have 4 of this one. So less concerned about rare drafting that. And we have already gotten a couple good rares to start. If we get 2 more by the end of this, we'll be pretty happy with our value proposition. So the big question here is Combat Professor or Lash. If neither of those cards were there, this would be a slam dunk Helix or Intervention, because I think Helix is real powerful and would give us something to pull us to splashing red. Devouring Tendrils, also very, very good. This pack is just stacked to the nines. Lash or Combat Professor. I do think Combat Professor is very, very important for this archetype. We only have 1 piece of removal effectively at the moment. Geez. It's probably got to be Combat Professor. As much as I would hate passing the Lash because it's so powerful, I think I can't ignore how important Combat Professor is, and I really hope we get some other removal options. Well, we've got a couple choices here. Guiding Voice or Shock. Shock, again, pulling us into a red splash. Shock, not the most compelling of red removal to make that decision for, however. Generally speaking, I'm going to want an Igneous or a Heated Debate to pull me in that direction a little more commandingly. Brutha, of course, broken beyond reason, but we cannot splash both of those colors in our deck as it is. I think Guided Voices is a fine choice here. We are going to need to pick up some more 2-drops. We're probably not playing these if we can help it. Doesn't feel good to stack stuff on that. Just not a lot of payoff for it. Guided Voices or Leech Fanatic. Pretty uninteresting pack there. Kind of lousy second pick. Teferi's Protection is interesting. Until your next turn, your life total can't change. You gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out. Teferi's Protection. We also have Dueling Coach here. Study Break. A decent 2-drop in the Eager. How do you use Teferi's Protection? Is that any good? It can't be any good. Another good 4-drop here. We do have an Expanded Anatomy and a Guided Voice, so and Humiliate. So we are starting to get the requisite amount of tokens for the token sub-theme. I think the Dueling Coach is a fine choice. As I said, this color combination surprisingly goes pretty deep into 4-drops, so you want to try to be mindful of that. Oh wow, I want everything in this pack. I want Callous Blood Mage, I want Pilgrim, I want the Rescuer, I want Spectre. I hope I get one of them back. Hell, I'd even take Cram Session, maybe. Yeah, it's got to be Callous Blood Mage. I think that might be a 4th. Ooh, Eliminate. Eliminate's totally nuts. That's the kind of stuff we want to see more of. We definitely need more removal. At least 2 more pieces would be ideal for a deck currently. Wow, a second Pillar of the Ages. Pilgrim of the Ages. This thing is nuts. I have had some games where this card was just the best card by a whole lot. We only got 1 2-drop so far. I am hoping we can pick that up, but Pillar is just so good. We've Guided and a Study Break. Currently don't have any other lessons. I don't hate Introduction to Annihilation as something else to pull. That's like an emergency switch against a very scary thing. It also says exile target non-land permanent, which means it can kill something like an enchantment or an artifact as well. It's that or Defend the Campus. Again, a decent piece of removal. Best against green and blue opponents who can get very, very big. Is it better than Intro? Is it better than Witherbloom Pledge Mage, which is also a fine curve topper for us? Just a big boy that gets a little value out of some of our triggers. What's our creature count at so far? A little low, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, a little on the low side. This is a tough call. This is a tough call. I'm kind of more interested in Pledge Mage or Intro because we might get better removal than this, and this would be something I would cut. This would be something that's going to have value regardless. And Pledge Mage just seems fine. Usually we're finishing matches with flying, but this does provide a big honkin' chonker body. And would also facilitate maybe splashing in a single splash land. There's also this. Gosh, this is a tough one. I kind of feel like this is going to end up being more important. We're going to find another study break or guided voice or something, so we're going to want the lesson. So the cram session did come back around. Plum the Forbidden, not really playable in this archetype. Cram session, we don't want to play this, but we absolutely could play this. This definitely goes in the sideboard. Another Clever Luminancer, which just is not where we want to be. We keep seeing this card. We really just need more dopey 2-drops to come our way. Nothing really good for us here. There's another dopey 2-drop. That's what we wanted. Thank you. Oh, and another one. Or a study break. Or a study break. That'll be our third lesson. Study break not as good for us as guiding voice. I think we're going to take the 2-drop here. I feel like we're going to have another opportunity for learning. And we do have cram session if we really desperately want another one. This is playable but not exciting. Oh, came back. Cool. Hey, it's Mila again. Okay, so we'll definitely take Mila. Great 3-drop. If Mila wasn't in this pack, we would be taking... Expanded Anatomy, probably, since we already have 2 Spectre of the Fen and a Combat Professor. Probably taking the Anatomy. I'll take Mila. Is this good? It's like a removal dodging card. Yeah? You just kind of blink your own critter. The removal misses. I don't remember what rebound does. But it's competing against, oh my god, Rise, Pillar Drop Rescuer. Whoa, yeah. This hasn't been as impressive to me. It's fine, but it's just a 2-drop. It's not like the Ink Duelist, which is just fucking absolutely bug nutty, that card. I think the Rise has got to be the pick here, right? Like, it's a learn card and a removal card. It gets us 3/3. Yeah. I think it's always got to be Rise there. Test of Talent's a very powerful card in this format, but we cannot take it. Oh man, Frost Trickster too. No really good creatures for us here. Do we want the Poet? Do we want the Poet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we want the Poet, or do we want the Guided Voice? We now have 3/3. The Poet is a really good 2-drop for us. Jeez, this is tough. Huh. think I want the Poet more. Ooh, Expel. Expel's very good. I feel like we're a little creature light, like we're only at like 12 creatures. I want to be closer to 15, I think, with this deck. Maybe 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 creatures. Pretty good. It's got to be Expel here. Nothing else is even close. Expel is great. Hey, another Guiding Voice. Okay. So we can take the Guiding Voice, and if we get another lesson, great. If not, having 4 learn cards to 3 lessons is pretty okay, I think. Pretty okay. Where did our lessons go? They like scrolled themselves. That's okay. I know we have them. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, Guided Voice is fine. A 3rd Spectre of the Fens is probably too many Spectre of the Fens. Another Eager First Year probably isn't good though, because we have enough 2-drops I think now. 4 2-drops seems okay, unless we're getting like a premium one. Am I playing all these Spectre of the Fens? I don't know. Maybe. Silverquill Apprentice is a fine 2-drop. We'll take that. So it doesn't look like we're going to have to splash for anything, which is cool. If we can pick up one of the Scry lands, that'd be good, but I haven't seen an ideal spot to pick one up so far. We could run this, but its damage is so low. We've got Guided Voice, 1 dueling. Just I'm not convinced that that's a playable card. That being said, there's nothing in this pack we really want to take, so we'll just throw it on the sideboard. It's a shame I could never take one of those Pillar Drop Rescuers. They were always in packs with like premium removal, so that was never an ideal option. There's a Quandrix Campus, but in literally none of the colors we need, so... Assistant could let us get back Rise or Expel or Baleful Mastery or Eliminate, or a Guided Voice, or Introduction to Annihilation. The 4th Spectre of Fens, distinctly not as useful, but maybe the Assistant is playable here, because we do have some powerful spells that we would be happy to cast twice. Lorehold Pledge Mage, probably the pick here. We're a little high on 2-drops, and they don't do a heck of a lot. You don't want that many. I think 4 or 5 is probably the most you want. And again, Pledge Mage is going to be something that makes our opponent have to think very carefully about how they block. Not super powerful in our particular combination of things, but powerful in general. I think probably better than Silverquill Apprentice. So as you can see, the primary problem with our deck is a curve problem. The 4-drop slot is just jam-packed with good things that we're excited about, and that's not great. It puts us at a distinct risk for not being able to curve out very effectively. So obviously not playing the Leyline Invocation. Obviously these go in the sideboard. Do we want to play Devastating Mastery? I mean, if we get to the late game and our opponent's got us completely pinned, Mastery does completely reverse the reverse the course of things, but it's so expensive that by the time we're casting it, we've usually got a board where they're close to dead, and we just want like another Spectre of Fens to activate and kill them. We probably can't play this. Probably can't play that. Let's put it in our rare inventory though. It's Devastating Mastery and another Baleful Mastery. All the masteries. Baleful Mastery. That's the fourth one. Cool. Devastating Mastery. That's the first one. Another Mila. That's the second one. Mila, Crafty Companion. And Callous Blood Mage. And that's it for our rares, which is pretty good. We got 3 rares and a mythic. Callous Blood Mage. Callous Blood Mage. 3. Okay. 3 rares and a mythic means we already got basically all of our value out of this. Each rare being at least like 100 gems. And the mythics being closer to 800. Those are 1 out of 8 packs. So if we can win a couple games out of this, it'll be pretty good. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? How are we doing it? 17 land, probably what we want, because our curve is basically anything over 2.5. 2.6 really is where I start to want 17 lands. 17 creatures means we can probably cut 2 creatures. We don't have Dramatic Finale, so like extra shitty creatures aren't super beneficial for us. Professor's Warning is a card that's really good when you're ahead, as your opponents are sort of forced into blocking by the pressure, and you can make good trades that way. Also seems like it plays really good with Lorehold Pledge Mage, because you can get it potentially to a 4 for trades, which is nice. Probably cutting a creature here. What creature are we cutting? Eager First Year. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-drops. And we're probably cutting a 4-drop as well. What do we have for removal? We have Eliminate, Warning, Expel, Defend the Campus, Baleful Mastery, Rise. I don't think we can cut any removal. We're probably just cutting a Spectre. I think that I want to try the Assistant as a way to get back a piece of removal and see if that's any good. I haven't played this a lot, but I assume that when you have potentially very good removal in your deck, it's going to be good. And even if it's just getting like a Guiding Voice or a Study Break or a Professor's Warning, all those seem pretty reasonable. It'll sometimes let us get multiple lessons, and sometimes it'll just loot away a land, I assume. Spectre seems really good, though. Don't I want them all? This is tough. We gotta fix that 4-drop curve, though. It's too high. It's too high. Maybe I'm cutting Professor's Warning too. I think I have to. It's just one of the least impactful things, I think, here. We have 2 Guiding Voice, Humiliate, and Dueling Coach. So I think we still want our Dueling Coach. We don't have a ton of token shenanigans here, but we have enough. I wish I could talk to you right now, audience, so you could tell me what you think the additional cut is, because this is kind of baffling to me. I really don't want to cut removal. We've got 2 Pilgrims and Callous. Finds us land, draws us a bonus card. Maybe we are running 16 land? Is that nuts? We don't really have anything for our mana to do once it hits the threshold of 4, other than Spectre of Fens. I guess that's probably enough for it to do. We have Dueling Coach as well. Fuck, let's just run 17 cards. When it's this close, when it's this hard a call, I'm just going to run 41. So this deck's similar to our previous deck, but not as ridiculous. Not as ridiculous. We have 1 OK Mythic. We do not have the Broken Rare and the Broken Mythic as well. Let's see if we can get 1 win out of this thing, huh? We got one of our 2-drops into a 3-drop. That seems pretty great. Man, I really wish we got that Lash in the beginning where we took the Muse over the Lash. But following the general rule, which is when in doubt, take the more powerful card. But Muse and Lash are both powerful in different ways. So this is very, very frightening. I've lost a lot of games to people having just like Pledge Mage, swing, and a 3/3 for 2 mana is basically the biggest thing you can be doing in this game. So pretty frightening. Curving out pretty okay here. Conic Intervention, wow. So, if we lose to that, I mean, that's totally to be expected. You cannot play around rares. And our opponent had, like, the exact things he needed there. Pretty painful. Wow. Just kill spell, attack, kill spell, attack, kill spell, attack, kill spell, attack. Pretty fucked up that we're getting screwed out this way. Just mono kill spell attack is pretty infuriating, to be honest. So, unfortunately, we have an awkward amount of mana here. Because we're still so far behind, I think we're just still in the blocking plan. It sucks that we're putting this on Spectre, but... Oh, we can put it on this. Good. Do we swing here? I think we do. So we can Leech Fanatic and pump our Dueling Coach. Do we want to trade the Leech Fanatic for Fuming Effigy if he swings, though? Not really. Hoping he just missed that, but there was a chance he could add a trick. If he has, like, start from scratch, that would suck. How many weird fucking cards do you have, dude? What the fuck is going on? Are you fucking kidding me? He had Draconic, and now he's doing a double Mythic. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Only me, you know? It's... Shit like this can only fucking happen if it's me. Unreal. Just gonna be here forever, huh? Luck sacking piece of shit, seriously. Yeah, by all means, draw 800 cards. Sure, that'll end well for me. Guy playing must be like fucking 5 years old. The little kid luck out of this bullshit. Uh-huh. Sure. So you've got something. I don't know what it is. I don't care to find out. Okay. That's what he had. So I can put this here, or I can keep growing the team. I think I care more about the swing now. If he wants to trade the Leech Fanatic for literally his whole board, I think we're okay with that now. Bye-bye. Fucking Mythic Bonanza. Well, Dueling Coach was really good there, huh? Huh. Yeah, just gonna have to hope he'll land here. Or, you know, brick and die. Fuck. Well, guess we're just gonna study break, tap a thing, get environmental sciences. Sure. Maybe we should have played Mila first. Well, that was a quick game. Yep. Well, that was a real quick game. Guess we just have to chump. Don't have a lot of options here, folks. Wow. Yeah. We drew bad, and we're getting extremely punished for it. I could double block here. I actually like that better. Less creatures for him to sacrifice, potentially. Bad game. Bad game, folks. If our opponent would have stumbled there for a moment, we might have had a chance, but double white into quadruple white, pretty unlikely. And even if we hadn't drawn like that, we were dead to the Zoomancer plus the Wall Eater. We did not have the cards to answer that at all. Well, those are the games you want to lose, right? The games where you didn't make any play mistakes, you just couldn't do anything. So now we kept a 2-lander on the draw. Again, we're statistically pretty likely to hit our land. We did there. And the Pilgrim draws us out. Going to take some early beats from the Prismari Apprentice. And this matchup is going to be about really how many broken cards they have. That is always the way with Prismari Quandrix piles. If they have all the broken cards, we're going to be in for a bad day. Unfortunate. He just bricked our entire flying plan, which sucks a lot. Not gonna lie. Sucks a whole lot. Damn it. I value the combat professor more, so I'm leading with the fens. So if he has removal, he just goes for it that way. Unfortunately, he just gets to keep punching through here, and we don't really have any other options. Kelpie Guide's something that's going to have to be removed. Okay, we're drawing too many lands at this point. We don't really want to put all of our guiding voices on Spectre of the Fen just to get Burying Books, but like, I don't know how we're supposed to ever win past this Pillar Drop Warden. I think the Pillar Drop Warden just beats us all by itself, and there's nothing I can fucking do about it. Fuck. Like, what do I actually do here? I guess we'll get intro. We'll just nuke it. Yeah. You might as well sacrifice it because I'm going to nuke it. If you discard, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. The creature card was discarded this way, draw 2 cards. Okay, so I guess now we still do this. We intro this. Uh-huh. No sneaky reach here, right? No. Maybe our opponent didn't understand what was about to happen. That could have went worse for us. That's pretty good. Did he untap this? What did he tap this for? Oh, for land. Sure. So we have to expel that. This is not a choice. We just can't win if that thing exists. And I guess he's getting low enough now. I don't think we want to burn that here. I wish we would have tapped differently, though. Love a good bottom. Looking for an out here. A real good one. A lot of card draw. It's always stressful playing against blue because they have so many bounce effects, and you really want to stack up all your things and push all in, but it's such a hazard. Okay, so I think we just attack here and then cast a bunch of critters. Probably has like an arcane subtraction or something, I imagine. Could be an enthusiastic study. Has something, chose to do nothing. Start from, oh wow. Does he realize that's not an instant? Maybe he doesn't. So let's just shove it all in there, shall we? Hope we don't have another opponent who has Draconic. What the fuck? Sure. That seems reasonable and fair. Triple removal spell in one turn. Cool. Triple removal spell in one turn. Good stuff. Start from scratch to kill the poet, unfortunately. We're completely out of gas at this point. What could we draw? Wow. Opponent's deck is very good. The only cards I've seen here that are kind of eh are the Curates. Everything else has been great. Second Mentor's Guidance. Dude has drawn 800,000 cards. Seriously, look. He's drawn 12 more cards than we have. 12. They really did not do a good job at balancing this set at all. Like, when my opponent is drawing 12 more cards than me in limited, something's wrong with the set balance. What do we grab? Intro? So we have removal for anything he does. Like, it's not great, but holy fuck! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus Christ. Seven. 3 heated debates. I've never seen this card once in 15 drafts. He has 3. Okay. Seven cards. Finally. Holy fucking shit. Good lord. How do we play people who have such insane decks? 3 heated debates. Good lord, man. More coffee. More coffee and more pain.
Take your marks. Set.
Do I keep this? I can study break for environmental sciences if I have to. It has 2 of my best cards in it. I think normally this would be a keep. Obviously, if we draw the black source, it gets a lot better. Yeah, well. Guess I should have burnt it there. Okay, so now we're just going to study break, submit 0. So our deck is just hell-bent on color screwing us. It's the second game, right? That we've had this exact problem. Ah. You got me. Sure. Seems like a good target for Eliminate. There's a lot of things we want to do here. Hopefully we're going to see some more black sources soon. Okay. Can't eliminate that. Can do this. Oh, for fuck's sake. What the fuck is this hand? Like, this is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. I guess all of his removal right now is kind of meh when what he's facing is a thing that'll just keep coming back. Zephyr Boots. Okay. Didn't expect that. Alright, so Callous Blood Mage. Draw a card. Leech Fanatic. That's going to be fairly difficult to beat. Not going to lie. All we've got that interacts with it is our one lesson. It's not the sort of thing you really want to be using that on for the most part. Interesting. So I think we don't really care about removing the coach until he actually triggers it. Really? Okay. Surprising. Probably just Pigment Storm on Combat Professor. Seems like the logical choice. Or Heated Debate, sure. I don't know why that, not Pigment Storm, unless he was another 3-drop. Oh. That's cute. Okay. I don't know why you do that. So we're feeling a little floody over here. Got rid of that without having to use big removal. Feels good. Fucking around with that. Oh wait. We got 8, so we can do this and cast it. Yeah. Almost made a boo-boo there. He's out of tricks, basically. Uh-huh. Wow. I think we got him. Yep. The assistant so far has been pretty reasonable, I think. Can we please face a third opponent in a row with Urza's Rage, please? Pretty please. And 433 pieces of removal. None less. I don't know how people are getting these decks in Quick Draft. I've done so many of them, and I've never seen a heated debate. I've never even seen an igneous, whatever the fuck it is. Not one. In like 15 drafts, not a single fucking one. Serious. Facing people who have like 400 of them. And it's just like one of the best pieces of removal in the whole set. For limited, of course. Two drop, three drop, three drop. Seems fine. Okay, no more of that. No more of that. Mirror match. Ah, fellow chucker, eh? Oh, bastard. He has the flying. I guess because he is the flying, we're always going to be behind. So he's got the flying first. Get some more of those naughty lands out of our deck. So we stop drawing quite so many. Frightful Squidod. Now this is a bad spot because we block he puts on the eye twitch and we don't currently have an answer for the eye twitch. Are we playing Spectre, blocking here and letting him start to pump away? I guess if he adds an additional thing on it, we have Defend the Campus. Yeah, we probably just use all our mana here. We want to go 2-3 next turn, if at all possible. We're hoping he doesn't put a counter on the Spiteful. Okay, what fresh hell is this? Put a counter on another target. Okay, we're just going to not read that at all and just do this. And, yeah. Sneaky reach on this, right? Whew. Scary. Scary. Big ol' eye twitch. Okay. So now we go Dueling Coach. He's getting too big for us to really be able to block out. this. And back to you. Really hoping he doesn't draw removal too soon, because that's going to blow a hole right in me. Study break would hurt, but not be the absolute dirt worst. Okay, we are officially flooding. What do we have for land? 7. Can't do both of these. Sure. That gives him tricks to be able to get Eye Twitch through. Baleful Mastery gives us a potential counter to that, however. Now what are we doing? I kind of want him to blink first. Like, we have things to do with our mana. He doesn't. Baleful lets us get out of a lot of tricky spots. Good gosh, we are flooding a bit hard now. Yeah, I guess we're just going to activate our Dueling Coach or our Spectre this turn. Shit. So this exiles, so I guess we're not activating. We're just going to do exile this so he doesn't get a learn trigger out of it. That was definitely one of his better potential draws there. Have, how many lands left in our deck? Only 7 left in 22 cards. Man, he's got our exact deck, just with better things. Yeah, just with better things. Damn it. Gonna get our Combat Professor risen, unfortunately. Just taking it. I would have thought he would have blocked with the assistant so we could get a counter for something. Yeah. Yep. Oh, fuck. Well, now our only outs are drawing a learn card to get our own removal card. Basically, that's all we got now. Sure. 6 lands remain in the entire deck. Expel would help. Eliminate would help. One of our guiding voices or our study break would help. We have mostly live draws, but we also have 6 land left in our 20. Yeah, I don't think that's where I would have put that if I were him, but yeah, that sucks a lot. This is instant. I do think we're just swinging this in since his whole team is flyers at this point. So we're just going to expel that. I think we already played a land this turn, so we can't play that. Fuck. That's pretty scary. Damn it. Only 3 land remain in our entire deck. We just keep finding them, folks. We just keep fucking finding them. Yeah. Good lord. One that's drawn like 5 less land than us. That's why we're behind. Not drawing a single learn effect. Holy fuck! Yeah, please. There's 2 land left in our deck now. 2. 2 total. I think we have to intro to kill the big flyer. Yeah, he just blocks the pilgrim. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. One land left. 2 lands left in our deck. Just immediately drops another flyer. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Holy shit, he still has lessons. Damn, he gets to exile my pilgrim. Yeah, I'm super dead. Super dead. 11 cards left. How do I win? Assistant, 1 Spectre, Poet that I cannot attack with. I think we just mill out and die, huh? One swamp left. 2 swamps left. Fuck. If he has like a pump spell and he puts it on the Silverquill, we're dead right away. Really would like to get the Spectre of Fens or removal so we have some option, but it's a 1 in 9. We could swing the Leech Fanatic just to gain 2 life, but that feels weak too. Well, his removal is a little worse now. Honestly, we probably just run out of cards and die here. Like, what are we even supposed to remove? Like, we need to remove the Pledge Mage and the Witherbloom. Well, both Pledge Mages, effectively. Okay. Is that a second Rise? So he's cast Rise on us 3 times. He's got Environmental Science to kill us next turn. And we drew one of our lands. So now we have to swing with the Leech Fanatic just to gain life. You're just terminally unlucky, folks. Terminally unlucky. All our best cards are at the bottom of the deck. And there's Spectre. GG. Yep. Just not luckier than our opponent. All our best cards are at the bottom of the deck. He got to cast Estus 3 times. We got to never see it. We flooded out massively. I feel like this should have a higher win rate than 3. But, you know, you can't beat yourself up about games like that where you did everything you could and the draw just wasn't with you. The draw just was not with us. Yeah. Pretty good curve here. Kind of sucks that we're on the draw with it. Just being on the play feels like it would be really powerful. But giving them a chance to drop something really nasty at like a Pledge Mage on 3 and then having to cast Humiliate is going to feel a little weak. At least if it's the old Quandrix Pledge Mate into Mentor's Guidance, we can take Mentor's Guidance. Minor upside. Pledge mate, baby. Come on. Come on. What do we got? It's really good. Yeah, I still want to look at their hand first. Whoa, scary, scary. Gotta be Quandrix, right? It's probably just gonna divide by 0 us next turn. Although it could cast the maths man. I'm a maths man. Probably just dueling coach, put the camera on himself. Wow, good hand. Really good hand. So we will have the option to just pump the team next turn, which might be worth it considering what we're looking at here. Pretty solid. So fetching a land feels a lot less impactful now. Especially when we know he has this in hand. Yeah. Let's just make his divide by 0 suck. I don't hate that. Basically no reason for us to block any attack here. Getting one of our flyers would be pretty great. Piece of removal would also be pretty great. Probably worth putting Humiliate on top based on what we're looking at. That's pretty good. Well, that's good too. Opponent just was not interested in giving us free cards for the rest of the game, I guess. I'll take it. I need it. I desperately need it. I need it. My win rate is so bad in this set. I need it so much. Can everyone just quit when they play me, please? Just make mistakes and quit. Just quit. Quit! Give up! Need to get back over 50% somehow. Can't throw this away. Hope we don't get bombed out by early curve. We always have Baleful and Desperation if we must. Interesting. So we've drawn all of our 4-drops, which sucks. That is pretty fucking great. Not gonna lie. Got a 3-drop. Not dead yet. if you want to use a spell to beat this, I'm very okay with that. That was a really, really good one, though. Wow, that was a great one. It was such a good one to have. Try to wait for this to get to 4-4, and then we'll hopefully blow it up with Defend the Campus. Huh. I should have done this first. We have 2 removal spells in hand, so we probably don't need that. We'll just take Expanded. Not even attacking, huh? We have 6. I guess this still leaves us Emergency Baleful if we need it for some reason. Ouch. Yeah, that's pretty good. If we draw a land here, that would be great. Yeah, okay. Well, Defend the Campus. Destroy that. Leech Fanatic. So Baleful Mastery and you lose. Cool. Alright. This is about what my hopes were for this deck. I figured it was between 3 to 5. I'm pretty excited we got to 5. If we get all the way, that'll be pretty incredible. But this is also really making me feel like Silverquill is maybe just the tier 1 strategy, or the tier 1 strategy that makes the most sense for my brain to pilot. It's sort of careful consideration of exchanges, counter distribution, and understanding who's the beatdown. And so far that just seems like it's working for me. Having played some Sly style decks back in the day when they were called that, I tend to feel like I can find the role very, very readily. So here we can, if we draw planes, we can cast this and Guiding Voice to suck even a little more life out of our opponent. Or we can just Callous Blood Mage, which also seems good. We did not hit the planes, so we can Guiding Voice. Nah, it's got to be Blood Mage, but no reason to do that first. We'll just get our Suck 2 life out of our victim. Draw 3 cards. Swamp is not what we wanted there, but it's okay. Very, very nice. Makes our guided voice pretty bad. And another swamp. Well, exactly the Pilgrim there really bricked us out. If it was any other 2-drop that was worth trading for, Guiding Voice just to trade for half a creature and a creature he gets to buy back feels pretty suboptimal. Yeah, I guess we're just doing this in passing. Need for an opportunity to present itself. Scary. Oh yeah, I'll happily make this trade. You're not getting that back for a while, so probably just a little tempo. We got the planes we wanted for Christmas. Now we Guiding Voice this because we're happy for these to trade, honestly. And I guess expanded. Yeah, let's just do this. Take the choice away from them. Wow. Really did not think he would make that trade. That's good for us. Now if he kills this, we're sort of card neutral. We don't have anything to rebuild from, obviously, but we can kill a big scary thing. Good call. We can kill a big scary thing. We can block a little piddly thing. Brutal. Brutal. Very brutal. Jeez. Yeah, we're out of gas here, folks. Can't block the Menacer. Can't really swing back because we're so far behind. Holy shit. Yeah, our opponent's just outdrawing us in every possible regard at the moment. Nothing we can do about it. Rise is pretty solid. Rise allows us to exile this. And what would we not want them to recur? Only instant or sorcery. Boo. I guess I'd rather they don't cast Defend again. Still pretty behind here, but nah, he's got Pilgrim to keep bringing back. We're still 2 behind. Now it's all about the Pilgrim gameplay. Plus he has a Scryland and we don't. I think he's got all the tools to win the long game here. Woof. Not to mention just better everything than us. We did not get Umblejuke. That's pretty great. Now we probably want to hold a land if we draw one so that we can loot it away. I think we still just want to do this. think we want to use that on that yet. We're going to wait a couple draws. If we draw a land next turn, we'll probably just rise any target. Clock's pretty slow right now. Yeah, we'll probably rise that. Seems like permanently exiling it is a decent plan. Study break. Well, I guess since we're out of targets, we just chuck the study break back. Unfortunately, we do still have a lot of land left in our deck, and we just don't have any critters at the moment. Woof. Well, Leech is pretty great here, so we're going to do this. You can activate if he wants, I think. Scry, sure. We get Leech. So he can't really brace us if he drops nothing next turn. God damn. I mean, we're glad he used it on a small creature, but that creature was pretty instrumental for us to come back at the stage. We are just losing to this 1/2/1. Woof. The little inkling that could, folks. We've got a Combat Professor, 2 Spectre of the Fens left, as well as Baleful, Eliminate. We have some things we could draw, but if we just draw land, wow, just all the flyers. Yep. 5, 3 additional to remove this. Yeah, you got it. Yep, 3 lands in a row, folks. Not going to get it done. That was another game we could not have done anything different. No bad plays were made, and that's all you can hope for. We played as good as we could, and unfortunately, the horn of failure sounded. Pretty good result, though. Got all of our gems back, and a pack, and a bunch of extra value out of it. One of the better runs. That's a 7-2 run with Strixhaven, and then a 6-3 run with Strixhaven and Silverquill, back to back. So maybe we should just be aiming for Silverquill whenever possible. It's not so easy in Quick Draft because their lanes get established kind of late, and the way Quick Draft bots pick is weird. But in normal games, maybe we're prioritizing Silverquill a little more. All right, my name is Gravity Groove. This has been Not Safe for Work Magic. If you've enjoyed a fairly good run today, please consider liking, subscribing, saying hello. I currently do not stream on Twitch or anything like that, but if you would like me to, leave a comment below and tell me what program you use, because I'll give it a shot. And while I continue to do this on the side and focus on songwriting and working with some people potentially to make some music, I may be dipping out of this for a bit. I don't really have a lot of support, so I know the 5 or 6 of you that watch, you'll be crushed. But there's only so much time, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that time. Thanks once again for hanging out and watching. We'll see you next time. Boom.